Hi there, everybody. Well, I'm trying my absolute darndest to keep up with the requests. So I thought an important one to start with today is Mark Meadows, North Carolina. So this is a Senate race between Mark Meadows and Philip Price. Oh, it'd be good to get rid of Meadows, wouldn't it? He's one of the hardcore nutcases. Oh, he's bad. He's up there with Jim Jordan, you know. So we'll have to have a look. I'm going to leap straight into these because there's so many to cover. So first up, we have Mark Meadows versus Philip Price. Ew. So Democrats on the left, Republicans on the right. You know how it is. Let's see. All right. Here we go. Philip Price, North Carolina. Let me move these over so they're more in your line of vision. Not matter. All right. Okay. So Philip Price, he gets the moon. Is he doing a little bit of fibbing and a little bit of deceiving? More likely, the Republican machine, particularly the Queen of Pentacles, is working on him. So he's up against it. He's up against lies and deceit. So you know how they start these campaigns of just telling absolute porky pies about what people are up to. But you know what? He has got the Chariot. He has got momentum. That's not bad. That's not bad. And he also gets the King of Wands. Not bad for Philip Price. Mark Meadows gets the rip-off merchant. We know that's him. He's a bit worried, viewers. I'm surprised. Has he done enough? Well, the Republicans are going to throw money at him and the campaign, obviously. So I'll just do one more quick card each. But I'm surprised. Philip Price, look. You never know your luck in a big city or a small town, really. Okay, so Philip Price. Can he take the Senate seat? Philip Price. Okay, Ten of Pentacles. And as for that, you know, dreadful, self-serving, ghastly Mark Meadows, isn't he ex-Tea Party or something? He's really bad. Mark Meadows. Look, Philip Price gets the Ten of Pentacles, usually read as family money and stuff, but the important thing about this card is the intergenerational aspect. So you've got the parental type figures here, you've got the older figure, and you've got the children. Maybe he's appealing to a wider range of voters. This is for the ghastly Mark Meadows, an offer he doesn't want. So maybe, look, on the balance, I'm just going to give it to Philip Price. It's probably silly. North Carolina, they'll probably go for the old guard, but I'm putting it in my Democrat column for now. I'm not 1,000% convinced, but Meadows doesn't look great. While we're still in North Carolina, I'm going for a house race that's been requested, which is between Kathy Manning, Democrat, and Ted Budd, Republican. He's Freedom Caucus. You know, he's to the right of Genghis Khan. You know, you can't get more right than this guy. That's all I know about him, and I know nothing about her. So we're going to stay in North Carolina. We're going for the house race. this will be Kathy Manning on the left, Ted Budd on the right. Oops. Bit early for the card. Kathy Manning up against Ted Budd. North Carolina house race. Come on, let's see. Kathy Manning. All right, versus Ted Budd. Okay, what Kathy Manning gets, she's more outward looking. The Three of Wands, very similar to the Two of Wands, looking out, bigger than your own backyard person. So that should be good for somewhere like North Carolina. It'll probably count against her. It's looking out over the waters, waiting for her ship to come in. She could do with more money for the fundraising, but the Democrats are being very weird about who they're giving money to and who they're withholding money from and all that. So there's something, I'm not saying corrupt about it at all, but just holding on to the money, you know. So she also gets the King of Swords, Mullah, in his other guise. She's got truth and justice on her side. But let's be honest, viewers, it isn't worth a flying, I was going to say fuck, and I will say fuck, it isn't worth a flying fuck in the face of the Republican machine. So he gets, Ted Budd gets, an ace, ace of pentacles, fool's gold, but he won't care because it's still gold. So he gets an ace, then he gets another ace, ace of wands, bludgeoning people into submission. So I would say what's happened is the advertising, and I've got no idea from the other side of the world, but the advertising is going to bludgeon people into voting for him. Oh, yuck. Okay, so I think it's a case where money's going to make a difference in that campaign, and she hasn't got enough. Don't know. All right, so what am I doing next, you might well ask. Oh, Michigan. There's a battle of the Gretchens going on. We have Gretchen Whitmer for governor, and in a house race there's a Gretchen Driscoll. So let's look at Michigan. So we're going first to the governor's race in Michigan, and it's Gretchen Whitmer against Bill Schuette, S-H-U-E-T-T-E. I would say Schuette, but it's probably not right. So we're looking at Michigan governor. Gretchen Whitmer on the left, Bill Schuette on the right. Michigan governors. Gretchen versus Bill. Okay, Michigan governor's race. Oh, sorry, viewers. Interesting, these Democrats keep getting the sword of justice. Oh, no. Oh, God, not looking good for Gretchen. Bill Schuette. Oh, oh. Well, it's all very cut and dried until his last card. Now, bear in mind, viewers, I am racing through these. I've got so many to cover, so I will be quick. She gets the Queen of Swords. That should be justice. She speaks very plainly and clearly and speaks sensibly. She's good with her words, and she has had considerable cut through. But she gets the Nine of Swords, never a good card to get in that sense, followed by the juggling manipulation. Could be one of those where the actual voter processes are in question. There's a manipulation involved here. What does he get? The Republican, Bill Schuette, gets King of Cups, daddy looking on. He gets the Star, you know, hope and inspiration. All looking good, and then he gets out in the cold. How very bizarre. So, I'm going to do one more card on each of them, because he's got the star right next to out in the cold. That is weird. That is weird. Maybe these voting machines work both ways, although it seems that they mainly, as if by magic, convert Democrat votes into Republican votes, although there are talks that maybe sometimes it happens the other way. So let's look first. Gretchen Whitmer, can she do it? Can she become governor of Michigan? Oh, she gets the new leader card. You'd have to say that's picking up no end for Gretchen. And what about Bill Schuette? Can he pull it off? Very curious. Queen of Cups. He's got the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. He gets the emotional vote, right? She's appealing to people who think, well, there's a handicap there in the modern world. Look, look, look. They've both got a couple of dreadful cards and they've both got some good cards. God, these are difficult. I'm going to say Gretchen. Could be me wishful thinking. Okay, good luck with that, Gretchen. I'll just mark her off on my list. Now, in one of the House races in Michigan, I've been asked to look at Gretchen Driscoll versus Tim Walberg. Gretchen Driscoll is a Democrat up against Tim Walberg. When people write to me asking for these, that's usually about all I find out about the candidates. They'll say, will you look into this race with this person against so-and-so? And I got the impression with this request that this guy, what's his name? Walberg. Yet another porn star name, but we won't go there. Apparently he's really bad. So, we're in Michigan. Oops. We're in Michigan, and we're looking at the race between Gretchen Driscoll and Tim Walberg. Gretchen Driscoll will be on the left for the Democrats. Tim Walberg, I won't do that, 2 cards, too tricky. Tim Walberg on the right. Gretchen Driscoll up against Tim Walberg. Now, here's our second Gretchen. Oh, she gets good cards. Oh, he gets out in the cold. Look, I'm not going to go into detail over that. That is much more clear-cut than the others. She gets the Ace of Wands. She also gets the Ace of Cups. You know, emotion. His ends on out in the cold. I've just done 3 very quickies where Democrats have come out. I'm a bit wary of that too. Obviously, this is not going to be the story across the board. But look, no, I did get Ted Budd. I did get 1 Republican in there. So I'm going to call this for Gretchen Driscoll. So that's 3 Dems and 1 Republican. I suppose as I start moving through these requests, they're going to be from many people who are hopeful, and some ugly Republicans are going to get in for all the obvious reasons. But look, I'm going to leave it there for now. Digits crossed. All right, guys, see you soon. Got to get this up and away.